Hey everyone, welcome back to IoT Bhai. Hope all you are good. I am Tipu from here. I am also good. In our last episode, we learned what is IoT and how it saves the day. And we also described the 4 stage architecture of IoT. But how do you actually build the system? What tools you need to master to go from a beginner to a professional. So today we are opening the IoT Developers Toolkit. I am going to show you exact programming language, software stacks and professional habits you need to become a full stack IoT engineer. So let's do it. Okay, first let's talk about two heavyweight languages of our IoT world. C and C++ and Python. C and C++ for our edge devices, hardware devices, and Python for our backend, server, and C and C++ is the best language for embedded devices. Why? Because it talks to physical microcontrollers and sensors sitting out in the real world. And it is ultra lightweight. You must be wonder because microcontrollers don't have the gigabytes of RAM. They are run only in kilobytes. C and C++ provides incredibly speed with a tiny memory layout. We will test how C and C++ works with microcontroller later, and it can directly talk to the silicon chip, control the electronics pin, and it can read raw sensor data and manage our memory very efficiently. And we can be considered that C and C++ is the core language of embedded system. So we need to know this language very well before start the series. So I hope you already have some knowledge with C and C++, and I will describe more when we actually do the hardware programming. And what about the data coming from devices? This is the hub part of our IoT and our job. When its data received to the cloud, then we need some system to take this data and analyze the data or store the data and visualize the data. So that's come our Python backend code. Okay, it is called the backend king. It is the dominant language for backend and handling IoT. So receiving the sensor value to cloud, our backend code receive this data and it process and store, and then we apply some machine learning or some analyzing algorithm to get some insight from this data. So Python has a massive libraries and it easy to read, and it is incredibly powerful for writing backend script and server side. So we gonna use Python as our backend language. So the full stack bridge, our C++ will talk to the physical world. It take data from our physical world, from sensor, and it will control the actuator. And our Python is our digital world. It receives the sensor data, process it, store it, and it's run very powerful machine learning algorithm and visualization. So if you understand both, you are not longer just a hardware guy or a software guy. You bridge the gaps. You can call yourself a full stack IoT engineer. So your device is sending data and your Python backend code is waiting, but how they actually talk with each other? So we need to build some architecture. Of course, we need some protocol here to how we send the data to the server, they can talk. So first thing is need for our IoT development is MQTT protocol. We have to learn MQTT protocol to send data from devices to backend code to server actually. And it is a PubSub model, and your sensor publish data to a broker, and also your device will listen from that broker. We will describe more when I do the practical class. And then we use Python Flask for our backend language. So Python Flask is doing the job for visualization of the data, and also it stores the data in the database. And then comes Node-RED. Node-RED is a drag and drop tool. So it's make less code and it's give a very rapid prototype. We also use this. And we also use Firebase real-time database. So it sync data with instantly. It also gives update data very smooth. So we will use Firebase as well. And we will use Grafana, the visualizer. It's connect the databases and turn raw number into professional dashboard. So it's also need for visualize our data. And final tools we need the GitHub. Why? Because think about it, you write a complex firmware with 1 week, and you need to add a feature, but suddenly the whole things just crash, breaks. So what happened? You need to control your code, also save the code, so instantly you can roll back to your started to everything gets, and also it will help you to make a portfolio for your future job. All right, we covered the language, the architecture, and how we can safely manage our code. So we have the complete IoT developer toolkit. For the C and C++, we talk about we gonna use this language to talk with our real world. But we need a brain actually. The brain where we write our code, and we add sensor, we add multiple actuator actually. So the brain we need to upload our code that's talk with the physical world. There are many other boards in the market like Arduino, Raspberry Pi, ESP32, STM32, and there are several other development board out there. But we are searching one board for our bootcamp. That board have all the feature we need to learn. So we're gonna use the ESP32. Why? It's have built-in Wi-Fi, it's have built-in Bluetooth. It also have multiple GPIO pin, PSRAM, dual core processor, and many things we will describe later. So we need to use this ESP32 as our whole IoT engineer bootcamp. So I will make a list of hardware you need to buy before you start the course, and next episode we will learn the embedded system. We will go our phase 1 to learn embedded system, then we will go to phase 2 connectivity and the backend. So in phase 3 we will combine together and make a final product. So stay with me and subscribe my channel. Thank you everyone.